G'day, I'm Dr. Friday and you're back with the Dr. Friday Show, and thank you for joining us today. We are going to take a bite out of taxes, and we're going to do it in a unique way while we're cooking. And you know I love to cook. We're going to cook gator tail. That's right. We're going to cook some gator tail. So the first thing you're going to need is you're going to need to have a few things on your table. You're going to need some orange juice, just a little quarter cup. You're going to need a half cup of concentrated orange juice. You're going to need some nice brown sugar. You're also going to need some soy sauce, a little tomato, and a nice juicy orange. And don't forget the most important part, some gator tail. So all you need, it's a really simple recipe, guys, and it's not going to take you but a few minutes, really. The secret to cooking gator, it's a lot like dealing with taxes. And when you're taking a bite out of taxes, you got to know the recipe, don't you? You got to know what is it going to take to save you money. So I'm going to start showing you while we're cooking. Okay, so the secret is marinating. That's right. This isn't one of those meats you want to just cut and fry or cut and grill. You want to marinate. So you're going to put both the orange juices, the regular and the concentrated, right on top of your meat, along with your brown sugar and your soy sauce. All right. You're going to take and just stir that around. You're going to marinate it anywhere between 10 minutes and 2 hours. I'm a sloppy cook. You guys see that? Just throwing stuff around here. All right. So once you're doing that, once you're letting that marinate, you're going to decide how can we, this is my buddy today, how can we take a bite out of taxes? This is a real gator head. It's kind of cool, isn't it? Well, the best way to take a bite out of taxes is to know your taxes. Where can I put my buddy so he's a part of the show? There we go. And when you're doing that, the best way is to know your taxes. So one of the things, a lot of you guys have been unemployed, right? You don't know what to do. You've been unemployed for more than 30 consecutive days and you can't pay your IRS bill. Did you know I can help you? Well, actually, the IRS is offering to help you. There's a form called an 1127A. It's really simple, guys. On that form, you file it just like when we're marinating. It's just like that. You basically take this form and it can be filed all by itself. You file that form and you send it in, and they're going to give you 6 months. That's right, 6 months, no penalties, a way to get some breathing room. That's right. Okay, so now that we've got all this going here, and you know what? We're just going to put our buddy right there in the frying pan. He's not really cooking. I don't have it on right now. Okay, so to make your kebabs, get back to my cooking as long as I'm talking and cooking at the same time, we're going to take already marinated gator tail, right? It's really good. It's tender, and you're just going to cut it into chunks. All right? So we're going to cut up several pieces, kind of like how we dissect your tax return. So when we're dealing with taxes, we take each part of it. We take each schedule and we dissect it. The most important schedules, of course, is your 1040. You got to make sure. One of the big mistakes that you have is people just do not report all their income. You know how many people call me and they say, Dr. Friday, I didn't get a 1099. Do I have to claim that income? It's a no-brainer. Yes, you claim all income. It's really, really important because just because you don't know about the income, the IRS could. So not only are we dealing with the fact that the IRS could know about money that you have and you're not telling them, penalties, interest, failure to file, all kinds of other fabulous fees and interest can be added to a simple bill. So one of the things you want to make sure you do is make sure you report it. Another trick to cooking, these are wood. These are little bamboo. When you do this, they come dry. You want to soak them, okay? If you don't, they will burn up on your grill. I have learned this the hard way. So make sure you soak them for another few minutes before you actually put. Now all we're going to do, guys, I'm not a big veggie eater with my gator. I like to have a salad and some veggie, and this is going to taste really good because it's basically going to have a fruity flavor to it because of the orange. So we're just going to put them all on the stick, and we're going to make our own kebabs, and it's pretty simple. You can see I'm not really having to work too hard. You know, it's a lot like taxes too. People overthink taxes. They take time and they think about it and they just overthink all the things you can do. Be logical. Don't come back to me and say, can I write off my dog? Can I write off every little thing? There are certain things in your life, guys, that is not going to be a tax deduction. You're just going to have to bite the bullet. But then there are other things that you don't ask me about. How about a car accident? Another big thing, people forget to tell us about the casualty and losses in their life because you think, well, I lost it. It's nothing I can do about it. I had a theft that broke into my house. I had a major fire. These are really important for many reasons. Another reason is if you lost documentation. The IRS will work with you if for some reason you had a fire or something and you lost all of your documentation. They will give you the ability to actually take and do something with them. Okay, so once we have our gator tail very nicely on our little sticks, we're just going to go right over here to our already warm grill, and we're going to set them down and let them sizzle. Okay, so we're continuing. When we're talking about, my little buddy's going to join me again here, taking a bite out of taxes. Very sharp teeth, and when you're taking a bite, you want to make it count. But you know what? Most people think about all the big things that they're dealing with in taxes. Everyone remembers their property taxes and their mortgage interest, and they remember most of their child care. But what you don't think about is you've got a child that is in camp, and when they're in camp, even though they're too old for daycare, that camp, if it's a day camp, is a tax write-off, guys. Think about all the little things that you're doing to make sure you have everything going the way you want it to go. That way then you don't have to worry about dealing with the government. You want to put as much on your tax return as you can without, may I clarify, without getting yourself in trouble, right? You want documentation. You want it to be a perfect blend, just like any recipe, of how things are going to go. So what we're going to do here is you basically, to garnish the plate, you're just going to cut up some tomatoes and some orange. And then what we have is after we take them off the grill, which is going to take you about 10 minutes or so, you're going to have a beautiful dish, which is going to be obviously my kebabs and my tomatoes. And we're going to have all of that. And I always suggest to have a wonderful garden salad. Did you see how I stacked that? All up on it. And you know what? It is delicious. All right, we're going to be right back, and we're going to take you to the garden. We're going to also show you how to save money on coupons and all kinds of other things. Keep watching the Dr. Friday Show.